and welcome to an In the Air special. This morning we're at the DFW airport and we're covering the last revenue flight of American's MD-80. Flight number 80 is going to take off to Chicago before she meets her siblings in Roswell later this afternoon. The MD-80 series of aircraft was developed by the Douglas Aircraft Company in the 1970s as a larger version of their DC-9 series. The aircraft was designed for frequent, short-haul flights carrying between 130 and 172 passengers. Initially, the MD-80 was called the DC-9-80 and DC-9 Super 80. Swiss Air was the launch carrier for the aircraft. The first test flight took place on October 19, 1979, and was delivered to Swiss Air on September 13, 1980. American Airlines was the first carrier in the United States to purchase the MD-80. They took delivery of their first Super 80 in 1983, and at their peak they had over 360, which accounted for over a third of all MD-80s to be built. In recent years, maintenance issues began to plague the aircraft. The other main reason these aircraft are being retired is that the aging JT-8D engines simply aren't fuel efficient enough. The MD-80 burns roughly 1,050 gallons of fuel an hour on a typical flight, while the newer 737-800s American is replacing them with burns just 850 gallons per hour, a reduction of 19%. Plane spotting in the DFW area is very popular. We're among a small group of people lucky enough to get invited to this exclusive event. We chatted with a few folks before we headed over to the airport.
My name is Jamie Linder. I'm a plane spotter here in the DFW area, and I absolutely love MD-80s. My favorite memory would have to be the first time that I saw one. It was kind of how I fell in love with plane spotting. It's definitely a classic and a staple here in the DFW area. I'll definitely miss it for sure. I'm so excited and just really happy that I was invited, and I'm going to be really sad to see the MD-80 go, but really happy to see it up close just one last time.
Jordan Castillo. I've been passionate about these MD-80s for years. It's the plane that got me into aviation, and I always say that to my posts all the time because I was grateful that I get to meet these wonderful people.
All right, we made it to the D terminal. We're going to go through security, go through the Skylink, and get down to the gate C2 where she's parked, waiting for us. After a short bus ride from Terminal D, we made it to the gate where she was parked in all her glory. It wasn't just one special Super 80 we got to see on the tarmac, but at least a half dozen parked at the gates nearby. Being down low between two made today even better. Soon passengers would be boarding one last time and heading for Chicago. It is extremely fitting that American chose to give this flight flight number 80 and to have it be flown by tail number N984TW, which was the last MD-80 ever built. There really aren't words to explain how awesome it was to get to be so close to this aircraft and feel a part of such a historical day. We hope you enjoy the footage. Listen to those engines firing up. Here we are down at the tarmac. Tail number N984TW is the last MD-80 ever built. It was delivered to TWA in 1999, and American purchased it in 2001 after their merger. Isn't she beautiful? Take a look. Another fun part of the day was getting to meet fellow aviation enthusiasts. Some from the DFW area, but some traveled from all over the country just to be here for this special send-off. One last catering service. I don't know about you, but I just can't get enough of that T-tail.
think, Brandy? Pretty awesome, huh?
Pretty sweet being down here on the tarmac, checking out the MD80s with all the other av geeks. It's really loud, but it's awesome.
Yep. Life-changing experience.
There were several American Airlines and DFW airport employees that made their way out to the tarmac as well to see the last of the Mad Dogs. This MD-80 gets pulled out of the gate and she taxis out to the runway. She is flying directly to Roswell. You'll get to see her take off in just a bit. Time to head out. One last goodbye.
Okay, we just got done at the tarmac, taking a bunch of pictures and videos. Now we're going to go capture her takeoff down at the runway. Really, truly unbelievable experience this morning.
I particularly enjoyed the historical relevance of this moment, catching 4 different American Airlines liveries in the span of just a few seconds. This MD-80 was on her last revenue flight as well. She was bringing passengers in from Albuquerque.
All right, we're down near the runways, getting ready to capture her taking off. There's a couple of other MD-80s rolling out first, headed to Roswell, so we're going to capture those first. And then ours comes, so super excited, can't wait.
We would like to give a huge thank you to the DFW Airport social media team for putting together today's event. We were able to see a lot of other amazing aircraft taxi and take off while we waited for the Super 80s to depart. American employees love the Mad Dog too.
My name's Brian Peters. I work for American Airlines Fleet Service out here on the ramp at DFW. I've been with American for almost 33 years now. My parents worked for the airline starting back in the 50s and 60s, so I just kind of grew up with it and fell in love with it and had that passion ever since. My first memory of the MD is I used to live in Tucson, Arizona, and American and TWA and PSA and a few airlines like that used to fly him in. Then I got a job with American in Tucson, and that was the first plane I ever worked at American Airlines was the MD-80. I've just been in love with it ever since. Great airplane. I've loaded and unloaded 1,000 of them, thousands of times. Just never got tired of it. It was a little small in the belly, a little cramped, but other than that, it was a good airplane. Gosh, pretty sad, especially when you've been with that airplane for 33 years, seeing it every day, day in and day out. It's kind of hard to let it go, but it was showing its age a little bit and getting to be a little bit of a maintenance burden. So it was about time for them to go, I guess. I just hope they can preserve some and put them in a museum somewhere.
We were able to capture not only the last revenue flight headed to Chicago, but also 5 other flights heading directly to their retirement in Roswell. Seeing that they were empty, they rotated and skyrocketed into the air quickly and with ease. Since we were able to get so close, we'll let you listen to these engines one more time.
Wow, what an incredible experience to get up so close to the last MD-80 revenue flight for American Airlines. She really is a beautiful aircraft, and I know I'm going to miss her. Will you? If you will, let us know in the comment section below what your favorite memory of the MD-80 was. Be sure to check out the next 2 episodes on the channel. It was our last trip on the MD-80. Thank you for watching. It's been a privilege to take you on a tour of the last MD-80 revenue flight for American Airlines. We'll see you again soon.
Enjoy this slideshow with some of our favorite pictures of today's amazing Super 80s. You were a workhorse for many years, Mad Dog. Enjoy your retirement, knowing you have done your job so well for so long, and you will be greatly missed. Something will certainly be missing when I can no longer look into the sky and see the T-tail and rear-mounted engine design, the beautiful American Airlines polished aluminum, and hear the roar of the Pratt & Whitney engines of the MD-80.